I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going
Viral.
viral. What's up, Josh?
Banks. Do you reckon?
I reckon. I reckon
Yeah, do you
so.
reckon?
I reckon
You reckon
so.
so?
I reckon so. I reckon do
Uh,
that so.
oh, so like that. Okay, you're
Yeah, yeah.
sewing.
Um,
Yes.
reckon means comes from reckoning, which means to come to a point in your life. I guess I'm gonna try to jump into this. Come to a point where you are clear, or you have to open me up to
I
what.
think it's kind of like figure. I figure this is the case. I reckon so. Like it's almost like you're coming to a conclusion or you're coming to a realization.
Right. I think
Like
also, go ahead.
no, say like, is the car broke? I reckon so. I reckon she done. Like I don't know.
Right. However, reckon comes from reckoning, which comes from, I read a book, I think it was Grisham's book. It was called The Reckoning. And it was the point, and it was the last chapter, the point at which everything is known and people, we become complete with things. We become complete with what has
Yeah,
happened.
it's
This
like
has
a
happened.
conclusion. Yeah, it's the finale. It's the conclusion. It's where all the loose ends are tied together.
And and
Reckon.
and we are constantly reckoning all the time.
You reckon? I just love the word, to be honest. It's one of those kind of like funk. Remember we talked about funk and how it's such an unused word, or it's not used enough. I think reckon is another one of those classics that we got to bring back into the contemporary vernacular.
Lexicon,
Lexicon. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, the lexicon. I also think, and I'm going to go to the dark side of reckoning. Reckoning is you figure out something that you did wrong, and you're clear to it. Like
Hmm.
I had my parking brake on in my car and I didn't know it. And when the tow truck came and the guy said, your parking brake's on, I realized, oh, my parking brake's on. I reckoned with
You
the
reckon?
idea that I do know how to take my parking brake off now. Yeah.
You almost reckoned your car, actually.
yeah, I did. Um, we are, though, in a reckoning right now. I feel as a society, we are in a reckoning. And I don't know if is this where you're going with this?
I'm going everywhere you're going.
Hey, I'm right
We're
there
going
with it.
together, baby. We are in the same car, the same vehicle.
Okay.
And there is no steering wheel. We're just going. Let's just go.
Okay. Our country, I feel, is reckoning with what has happened the past,
Yeah.
years. And
Yep.
the country collectively are coming together and saying, okay, what do we want to do now? Do we want to go this way or do we want to go that way? And I feel people are reckoning. People are saying, a few years back, I wish I had done this. I'm reckoning with the outcome that, like, I did not vote. I'm reckoning with that now, and I'm going to change it and vote. Or I voted, and now I'm not going to vote. The point is, sometimes I feel it has to get so bad that it has to get so bad that we realize, oh my God, we need to reckon with this. We need to figure this out.
Yes. I think reckoning comes after the wake-up call. I think this year's been a wake-up call, and I agree with you. Now we're in a reckoning. Now we're in, okay, we just got woken up. We just got freaking sideswiped or blindsided by this thing. Now, what are we going to do about it? And that's the great reckoning. I think that's what we're in. I agree with you, man.
And I believe that this happens quite often. I mean, politically, we go one way and then we get our bearings straight and we come back the other way and we reckon with this and that. However, this pendulum swing hopefully continues in a way of progress, in a way of pro, which is where progress comes from. And we have to be beat up to realize, oh my gosh, I need to change something. I don't want to live this way anymore. I don't want to live in a world with a virus that we have issues controlling. I don't want to live in a government that cages children. I don't want to live in, injustice. I got to do something. You're going to get me on my voting kick. I'm a voter. That's what I do. That's my strongest thing that I can do to vote. Anyway, that's a reckoning to vote. And I think people are doing that. People are getting to a point where they're saying, okay, if it's just my vote, if that's the most powerful thing I have, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. And to what you said about reckoning being a negative thing a lot of times, where we just kind of has that heaviness to it, like, so if there were a movie, let's put it this way, if there were a movie called The Reckoning, I guarantee you it would definitely be in the horror section. It's not going to be in the children. You're not going to have a children's book or a musical called The Reckoning. So you're right. It's got this heaviness. It's got this like almost somber. It's got a somberness.
Well, I mean, look at ourselves, look at our lives. When do we change? We change. When do we change? And
on purpose, never. We change all the time. I don't think we change on purpose very often.
Okay. When do we consciously change? We consciously change when something dramatic or something somber, let's say somber, happens in our lives.
That's another good one.
Somber. We come down with an illness. Bingo. Okay, I need to change. Look inside. Need to stop eating this, and I want to try this. Or yeah, and that will make a concerted effort for us to change. Someone close to us gets an illness. Whoa! Wait a minute. This is real. This is not made up.
Wake up call. Yep.
Yes.
And then. I reckon I better not eat them donuts every day. That's what.
Right. Death at a point in someone, your own death. I'm sure there's a reckoning. I don't really know about that. There might be a reckoning at death.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Or someone close to you that dies, a parent, a brother, a sister, a spouse, a friend. All of a sudden, we have to reckon with whatever in ourselves, what we've done. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I spent more time with him. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, get that out of the way. Now I'm going to spend more time with the friends in my life, the people that are close to me. I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to reach out to them and tell them I love them. I'm going to let them know these things.
So how do we pre-reckon?
Pre-reckon?
How do we pre-reckon? Why do we have to wait for the wake-up call? How do we pre-reckon? Can we pre-reckon like a precognition? Can we reckon without having to be wrecked? There's the question. Can we reckon without being wrecked?
Well, you're talking about a wake-up call. You're talking about, the wake-up call, the death, the illness, I lose my job, we are in a pandemic. We're not around our friends anymore. Change. Can we
get rid of all that? Can we reckon before all that happens? Can we pre-reckon can we reckon without the wreck?
I have a very simple answer. You ready?
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
Here we go. We need to be simple.
Simple.
We just need to simplify.
Okay. Simplify.
I think, or we need to slow down.
Oh.
Slow down or simplify or both. When we do that, every moment, here we go. Yes. Every moment in our life, we can then reckon as we go along. Okay, I'm going to have a cookie. I'm going to buy the cookies. I'm going to have 2 cookies. I'm going to reckon with that after. What am I going to do? I'm going to walk an extra, 10,000 steps today. Boom, we reckoned it. We're moved on. My cholesterol's high. Boom, immediately I'm thinking I'm changing my diet. Okay, someone close to me gets ill. I'm there for them. I'm reckoning with it. Like, wow, I wish I was. I'm going to be a better friend now because this has happened.
Still little posts. Here's my idea for pre-reckoning. You're in the supermarket, you see the box of cookies, and you immediately reckon what's going to happen. I'm going to end up with high cholesterol. I'm going to end up with diabetes. I'm going to end up with some health issue. I'm not going to buy it then. You're pre-reckoning. You're going through the reckoning process, but without physically having to go through it.
Got it. However, I'm going to micro reckon that with you.
Oh,
So you see the box of cookies, you see the new cookies, which are from like a nice bakery, and you say, I'm not going to get those because I'll eat the whole box at one setting. Or I can reckon and say, I'm going to get those and I'm going to eat only one cookie a day. And I am going to reckon with that every single day. And I'm going to add 5,000 more steps every day.
right. That's pre-reckoning. That's good. I think we need to pre-reckon more.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places. Going. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, there we go.